Should you build a brand new house or should you buy an old fixer-upper? Guys, there's no right or wrong answer here, but what I am going to do is break down the pros and cons to help you make a better decision. I've done buying a fixer-upper and I've built brand new from ground up. Let's be realistic. The average block of land in the greater Brisbane area today, 2026, is around that $650,000 plus buying associated fees. The average cost to build, for example, a spec house with a Metricon, is going to be around the $850,000 mark. So all up, you're in for about $1.5 million plus the buying fees. Some things to look out for when you build brand new is the out-of-contract items that the builder won't typically put in. Things, for example, like site costs, sediment control. So when you demolish the property, they're going to put some sediment control. Landscaping, fencing, driveway, letterbox, aircon upgrades, window coverings. Most of the time, that's not going to be in your contract. You should really budget for a 50 to 100 grand on top of your fixed price contract to build for this stuff. So now you're all in for about $1.6 million. Now, I'm not going to lie, living in a brand new house has got its perks. I mean, the obvious ones are you got a brand new house. Everything's brand new. The toilet, the kitchen, it's all brand spanking new. You cannot compete with that. The cons that I've experienced and our clients have experienced are often making the wrong decision with a builder, or weather delays, or not getting what you thought you were getting, and costs blow out, and it costs more than you think. It actually can become a really stressful thing. Building has always got its risks. Make sure you, at the end of construction, you get a defect report. You need the guy there with the hose to make sure that all the concrete was done properly and is actually flowing to the drainage. You want to make sure when it rains, is your roof leaking? You want to get all your things in order. I mean, some of the biggest headaches I've seen is actually with construction. Usually though, it's with picking the wrong builder. Please do your due diligence and pick a right builder who's got a reputation and a good name, because that literally is an unbelievable experience or a shocking experience. So a lot to do with that builder. Get a construction lawyer to review your contract. They will do directorship searches on your builders. Make sure, have they been in trouble before? Have they got strikes against their name? Get a construction lawyer to review your contract. You will thank me. The bad builders won't go through the process. I'm not changing my contract. See you later, mate. Go to a proper builder. Now let's talk about buying a fixer-upper. I'm going to be realistic here and set a budget of about 1.1 million. You are going to come pretty close to CBD. We're not talking Hamilton Ascot CBD, but we're talking Manly Wynnum or Redland sort of CBD. What I like to do with renovations, I've done in my past probably at least a dozen times, is try to get more bathrooms and bedrooms. All right. So let's say you spend $1.1 million and it's a 2-bed, 1-bath. If you can, with the existing floor plate, knock out some walls, add bedroom, add bathroom, now you've got a 3-bed, 2-bath. That moves the needle the most in property valuations. In today's market, with what I can see, you should be able to do this for about 300 grand. So I'm in for 1.1, I've spent 300, now I'm at $1.4 million. Look, the list of cons can be huge. It could be a heritage house, it could be a pre-war house, which means you can't knock it down. Once you start renovating, you might find asbestos and the budget could blow out. And I always recommend everyone who is doing a renovation, definitely have a contingency. And in this sort of scenario, at least a 50 to 100 grand contingency. So now I'm in for about that 1.5 mil mark, making it similar to the building brand new. Other cons can be that you're not going to get the ideal layout that you want. You're not building from the ground up, it's a renovation, so you're sort of confined to the box of the existing dwelling. Now, this is a bit of a pro and a bit of a con, is you could be living in that property whilst you do the renovations, and a lot of young Aussie battlers do this. So it's a pro because you're not paying rent, but it's a con because living through a reno, not that enjoyable. Now let's talk about what creates more wealth. And this is from my first-hand experience. I've done renovations. I've bought old fixer-uppers multiple times, and I've done the hard work and I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars, even $1 million on one project. But it was hard work, it took time, effort, and money. Whereas when I bought land and I built something, I made unbelievable money, and it was not much effort because I had a great builder. So you're watching this video trying to make a decision, and I'm here to tell you there's money in both of them. And I'm actually proud of you for even considering pulling the trigger on an option. I'm going to give you some high-level advice here. Make sure you buy in a good suburb. That is critical for both of the options to make money. If you do this option, which is doing a fixer-upper, or if you do this option, which is building brand new, pick a good builder. It'll make or break your headache. So final takeaway, it all depends on where you're at. Are you in building equity and capital growth phase by buying fixer-uppers? Have you got that energy to do that? Great experience. Or are you at that, no, I want to have home-based sort of phase? But one thing I can tell you for sure is, wherever you're at, we are here to help you and guide you through that, and we would love to help you on that journey. I want to thank you for sticking around and watching the video, whether you're new to the channel or you're already working with us. I want to ask you one last question, everyone. If you had $1.6 million, which option would you do? Thanks for watching.